Hi, Sam Tolbert, Sound of Joy Music Services, and this is our pro piano chords for the preacher in the key of D flat. Let's get after it. Our D flat scale and back down. Now we're also going to include the jazz scale and back down. Missed it. Okay, so we included that scale because that's where you're going to be pulling chords from. Excuse me a second. You're going to be pulling from both scales. Now, we won't talk about an actual diminished scale, but we'll talk about diminished chords. When you're doing preacher chords, you have to have patterns already pre-planned. Now, I've given you some of those patterns in some earlier videos, but we'll just touch on it in a bit. You're going to need a pattern for the 1, a pattern for the 4, a pattern for the 5, so that you will know where you want to place all of these chords. The chords you're going to be concerned with are the major chords, the minor 6 chords, the diminished chords, and I'm going to call these sus chords. There we go, the sus chord, because they are all going to work with each other based upon what the minister is doing. So, first set of chords you're going to work on in the 1. I'm going to give you this one. We're still in the 1. But now, this is not a 1 chord. What we got here? D flat 13 sus, but that bottom. Now, the sustain pedal for piano players comes into play so that you can jump into that chord and still have an actual bottom. So we're going to go from that 1 to the 3. D major, 9 over an F. Now here comes our change to our first pattern in the F, the minor 6. Slow it down so you can see it. So that's the 4, the plus 4 or sharp 4 with our diminished chord. There's our diminished chord. And now here we come to end it and back to where we started. And resolve. So now short, long, short, short, long, short, long, short, short, long, short. That's a pattern. But you choose based upon the cadence of the person ministering as you hear them. Now, we didn't give you any runs. Now, you're listening to the cadence of the minister. If the minister goes, now you know you've got chords there. Those chords, again, are the ones I teach. There we go, the minor chords. Once you get comfortable being able to inverse chords, you pick and choose where you want them. But that comes with practice and time. I'm showing you the chords. With our nice space at the bottom. So you've got the first pattern. The second pattern, if you're going to stay, within the 4, you see that change? just runs. Let me see. There it is. I had to hear it in my head. As you practice these chords, they will become a part of your DNA so that you can choose major 7th, minor 6th, major 7th, minor 6th, diminished, sus, major 7th. You hear it in your head, and your hands, your muscle memory will let you know if you're in the correct tone or not. So we've got the 4. Now, when you get to the 5, you could be there or there. Because usually when you get to that high, the preacher has taken a long wind, and they're right there hanging on that note. And I know you see a lot of notes on the Chordy app, because in order for a piano player to sustain their chords, they have to have the sustain pedal going. So I'll do without the sustain pedal. All these notes are available to me. Let me see. There's different turn. So without the sustain pedal, as you can see, I can't hold the notes as long as I normally would like. So, and if you don't have a sustain pedal and you're on the piano, you could throw in a layered trumpet sound to give you that ability to do that sustained sound. But the cleaner you do it, the better you can actually become comfortable doing and hearing what you want to do. This is another climb. Now, as you're hearing the person ministering, you want to gauge: are they in the 1? Did they go up to the 4? They're in the 4. Are they landing or climbing to the 5? As you can see, just jump. There it is. They may drop back down. Another way to turn, for those who like the number system: 6 2 5 1 6, D flat, B flat. This turn and this turn. Now, do you always have to have a run after them? If necessary, because sometimes the minister has to catch their breath. That's all it is. Get used to working your hands close together. And all these chords are found in the major scale, in the minor scale, the minor jazz scale, and in the classical scale. For those that like the what they call it, urban type chords. For that, you need a minister that has a good amount of wind to get all those chords. And you have to have practice all those changes to know, again, chord placement. What is this? 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4, 6, 2, 5, plus 7, up to the 1. All right, so we have shared a lot of the pro chords, a lot of the pro attacks that you could use. These lessons are designed not to give it to you all in one bite, but to give you pieces of it from my experience and what I've learned from other musicians. Sound of Joy Music Services, if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to this channel so that you can stay current with what's happening this year. Give us that like. We had a good year last year, but we can do better this year. And of course, leave a comment. Take care and see you on the next Pro Piano Chords lesson. Bye now.